Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Disney Morning Show. And yes, Tony, I did spend all 30 of those seconds looking for an easy playlist of those Family Guy videos for you and have yet to find one. But welcome to the Disney Morning Show. I am Kyle, the editorial director for Laughing Place. And joining me again is my Joan Rivers, Tony.
Hello.
Hello.
One day Fox is going to offer me a show, and then I'm going to get blacklisted from our morning show. So,
well, it could be the Chevy Chase show, Ellie.
It probably will be in terms of how long it lasts, but yes.
Yeah. Anyway, we are going to get started the same way we do every show, but first we're going to say some hellos.
Hellos to Fred, top of the morning to you. Nikki B, I was just talking about this. Happy New Year's Eve. My wife and I are close to the Magic Kingdom, and it's for the first time for New Year's Eve. So I told her it won't be loud tonight because they always do the fireworks the 30th and the 31st. Gio, howdy, happy Eve to the eve of New Year's. Sonia, hello to Sonia. Smile on Vacation, good morning. And Zadrian, new poster, Cyclops Marvel Studios. Is that a Cyclops movie? Or
I mean, he might be in the movie. I haven't seen anything for that, but that does not mean I mean Cyclops and Thor, maybe they're the same person. But let's get started the way we start every one of these shows. Speaking of spending time looking for Family Guy, I completely forgot to actually share my screen and do all of the things that I need to do for this show. So well, let me do that. Last time we checked the stock price, it was at 114.08 today, which they still really need to change this this heading. It's still Zootopia, but it is at 1505, and I will show you that in just a few seconds. There we go, 1505. So up more than or almost $1 from where we were at this time yesterday. Don't know why. Maybe like the Santa Claus rally, it's the New Year's rally. I don't know if that's a thing.
Or just like Nora Jones, we don't know why.
Don't know why. Good reference. Let's move on. Well, I haven't seen a Cyclops poster, but I did see Thor.
The Thor trailer, which apparently has been in theaters for a week. And I don't know when it's acceptable to just whip out your phone in a movie theater. And I remember there's even a whole Seinfeld episode about bootlegging movies. We don't do that, but whatever. So we wait for the.
You got anything that looks as good as what film is it that he?
I don't remember, not offhand anyway. But officially, we now have the Thor Avengers Doomsday teaser. That really is just him kind of doing a voiceover as he's talking to his father in the woods, and then we see a glimpse of his kid.
You know who his father is?
Wife caught me up that is not a big reveal. That happened in Love and Thunder, so we already knew he had a daughter. But we are reminded in the teaser, which makes it 2 kids, and I have a working theory for what's going to happen in Avengers Doomsday now, even though I'm not a Marvel fan. So,
as a non-Marvel fan, do you know who Thor's father is?
Odin?
Yeah.
Mostly because that's also Norwegian or like myth.
That's why I was confident that you might know it, even if you haven't seen any of these movies. So yeah, that's the second one. Presumably we'll get another one next Tuesday, another one the Tuesday after that. But if you happen to be seeing Avatar in theaters this weekend, perhaps you'll get a sneak peek, or if you look hard enough on Twitter, which I haven't done. People talk about how easy these things come across. I guess I don't follow people that share bootleg trailers on Twitter. I don't know. But that wasn't the only piece of movie news we got, Tony, and not even the same one that starts with a T.
No, but it's Tron D+. Tron is heading to Disney Plus next month, actually, very soon, on January 7th. So you can ring in 2026 by heading back to the grid. Or are you? Because I know you go back into the real world with this one, and I haven't seen it.
Why let the plot of this stupid movie get in the way of a good reference that all of us know and will make every time? It's the materialize. Whenever you talk about Haunted Mansion, you have to use the word materialize.
And when you're talking about the Tron,
them's the rules. These are the droids you're looking for. Like we have these standard set of phrases that we need to insert into everything to make it fun.
Yes. But yeah, so that'll happen on January 7th. And what's really cool is it will be in part of that IMAX enhanced program on Disney Plus. So if your home system is capable of handling great sound and stuff like that, this will be a go-to movie for that.
Yeah, we figured the physical release date is right around then, so we can kind of start guessing when these movies are going to come out. But it's always exciting when they announce when they're actually going to be coming to Disney Plus. But we got some news yesterday about how the Rose Parade, which is held every year in Pasadena, California, will have some Disney magic this year, as there'll be a procession with a Main Street vehicle carrying Mickey Mouse. But with the 250th anniversary of the country, they are going to be having a patriotic float this year with red, white, and blue flowers. They'll be joined by 50 U.S. military veterans who are now Disney cast members, as well as their families. And of course, there'll be vibrant flowers all over the float, including red poppies, which are widely recognized as a symbol of remembrance for fallen military personnel dating back to World War I think isn't that a thing in England? Don't they have like Poppy Day?
I think so, yeah.
But other flowers that will be featured include rosemaries, Maury Amsterdam. Oh, no, sorry, that's wrong. Blue irises, white lilies, chrysanthemums, red roses to express love, honor, and appreciation for veterans everywhere. So you can check that out. The parade starts at 11 a.m. Eastern. That's 8 a.m. Pacific. It'll be on ABC. And then, of course, the game is later on ESPN, the Rose Bowl game. And then...
I was going to say, Gio points out real quick, 3 kids if you count the Fantastic Four post-credit scene, which I was talking about earlier when I was postulating my theory that Dr. Doom's going to be basically Captain Hook from the movie Hook and snatching these kids up. But that's just my theory.
Yes, and I was like, oh, wait, Tony's onto something, because I remember I finally saw Fantastic Four, and I remember this scene. But we're just, the year's almost over, so we're moving into the next holidays now that Christmas is over, and that would be Valentine's Day. And we have some merchandise that we spotted over at Walt Disney World. These are new plushes you can add to the Create Your Own headband. So there's a couple Main Street Valentine, these little heart ones, and then there's also Minnie and Mickey with the hearts. Mickey has hearts in his eyes. Minnie has hearts in her bow. These individual plushes are $13.99, and the Build Your Own headband base itself is $11.99. You can find those at Walt Disney World. I presume they'll be coming to Disney Store at some point too.
I want to see what the Tomorrowland Valentine looks like and New Orleans Square Valentine, and if it's all Main Street Valentine, I want to see the different lands, the different Valentines. But
that actually would be cool to have. Yeah, they'll get there eventually, and then they'll burn out, and then no one will buy them anymore, and they'll just phase them out and pretend it never happened. That's how it goes. But we spotted some other interesting merchandise at Walt Disney World, Tony.
We did. February marks the 30th anniversary of Muppet Treasure Island, which debuted back in 1996. And there's a very cool stylized pirate tankard mug that on the other side, we have the logo on this one side, but if you flip it and get to the other side, it has kind of a sculpted Kermit as Captain Smollett. And then underneath, it will have, I'm sure some will argue that it's Rizzo, but I say it could be any rat, because that ship was full of them as they were on a cruise. And you could also see that is $27.99 plus tax. We spotted that one at Hollywood Studios. I would guess that it will start coming to wherever other mugs are sold.
I do appreciate when they put an actual price and not a color on the tag. So kudos to them for that.
There's also, if you go back to it real quick, there's the 30 on there, and I kind of talked about this in the post too. Maybe that means we're going to get more Muppet Treasure Island 30th anniversary merchandise. Maybe it'll be part of a collection. So who knows? But we'll see soon.
Yeah. Another property that recently had a big birthday is Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, 100th anniversary. And what better way to commemorate 100 years than with a stainless steel Starbucks tumbler? This will clock in at $50 because of that, but it is very cute. My wife saw that and she was like, we have to have that, but we can't get into the parks for a while. And I've already been told, at least from Hollywood Studios where we saw it, it has been sold out. So didn't last long.
Like the construction paper coloring.
What do you mean?
Like that brown paper.
Oh, okay, fair. Yeah. The one color, I feel like if I ever used construction paper, that was always the color that was left. But yeah.
Yeah, so you can find that. There's also a whole collection of Winnie the Pooh stuff. And obviously, when we say 100 years, I think we mean from the book, not
The book, yeah, not
the
the movie.
Disney movie. So, yeah, you can find some different Winnie the Pooh items over on DisneyStore.com. We have an article on Laughing Place that you can check out instead. And
Sign
speaking
me
of
up for
Disney
Barely
Store,
Necessities to host with this, because this is the third
if
piece.
only we had a merchandise show coming up later today that could talk about all this. We'll get there.
A new program from Disney Store and Disney Parks, Droid Factory Fridays, is set to launch this Friday. Now, what this is it's different droid figures, one a month, every first Friday of every month, and each one comes with a bonus piece. So from January to June, and then presumably July to December, you can build separate droids with those bonus pieces if you get them all.
Yeah, so kind of like Hasbro's done. They call it Build-A-Fig, and there'd be like a set that if you buy all of them, like it's funny when you buy just we got ones with Thor, incidentally, and so yeah, you get 4, and it's just got like a random arm in it. You're like, what's this arm for? And it's because if you get the whole set, then you build Korg.
I think I remember somebody getting something like that, and they told me like they messed up and gave me an extra piece. But
yeah,
there you go. But yeah, so this kicks off Friday with R5K6. Each one is inspired by a different Star Wars property. This one's inspired by Star Wars: A New Hope. And then that one, you're going to quiz me. I didn't note all of them. I just only launched one, but that will be February's release or March's. But yeah, it's every first Friday of every month for the following year. So look out for these. They're going to be at Disney Parks and at DisneyStore.com. And they launch on that first Friday of every month at 8 p.m. Pacific time, which makes you wonder how they're going to do it at the parks at Walt Disney World.
So. Good point. Maybe they won't sell out. Anyway, Marvel, we got a little bit of news yesterday as Ryan Coogler was on a podcast and was talking a little bit about his plans for Black Panther 2 before Chadwick Boseman passed away. Apparently, he finished this script, really liked it, sent it to Chadwick, who was unfortunately too sick to read it, but he says he's really proud of it. I'm not going to go through all the details. You can read those over on the site, but he did say, Namor still would have been the villain or the antagonist of the movie, but Black Panther still would have had a son, but we would have seen them together and going on a quest. He also shared, not related to Black Panther 2, but he said he wanted Kraven the Hunter in the first Black Panther, but that unfortunately that character is owned by Sony. And I say unfortunately because they did make a movie, and I don't know if anybody saw it.
I was like, I know it existed, but couldn't tell you anything about it.
Yeah, so unfortunately, since we don't own Sony, they weren't able to use that character, but I thought that was interesting as well. And some other interesting news out of the world of Marvel is there was a report that director Jordan Peele and comedian Jordan Peele is in discussions with Marvel to do a film with them. And then what we believe to be Jordan Peele, the official account for Monkeypaw Productions, which is Jordan Peele's production company, just shared this like eyeball emoji, which would seem to suggest that there's some legitimacy to this rumor. So I don't know if that's the case. Lots of weird. I wonder if sometimes it's like these actors trying to bring things into fruition. See Jim Cummings tweeting something about a Winnie the Pooh project. Like, do you just want like an extra job? And you're like, well, see, the people want it. Just like Ryan Reynolds leaking the Deadpool footage. That's the kind of energy I get from this. But we'll see.
So with what people want, Fred here said he should direct Blade, and I have a number of friends who have said the same thing, and they think that's what's going to happen. Even though
maybe there's already a director attached, but
that's what I thought. Right?
Gone through so many ups and downs that I don't know if that's even still a thing. So yeah, we'll see about that. But in the meantime, let's go on to our reviews.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
Our own Mike Celestino got a chance to preview the new film, The Testament of Anne Lee, which I think comes from Searchlight Pictures. His headline is The Testament of Anne Lee is a hypnotic historical musical of religious persecution and inspiration. His abridged final paragraph is, of course, it's not at all uncommon for biopics to bend the truth a bit in order to portray their subjects in a more flattering light. But I think I would have walked away from The Testament of Anne Lee with more admiration for the filmmaker's skilled approach if they hadn't tipped the scales towards benevolence on Lee's behalf. I would say that this movie is definitely worth seeing for the music, the dance, and the performances. With all of that said, it makes sense that there's so much award season buzz around The Testament of Anne Lee already. And he gave it 3.5 out of 5. He didn't have stars. Let me see exactly what his grading scale was.
Is that Mike?
Mike?
You said it was Mike or Alex?
Mike.
Okay.
Shaking Quakers was his thing. He also talked about it, he got to see it in 70 millimeter, and he said that the bulb was a bit dim. He was a former projectionist, much like myself, and that bothered him a bit. I'm like, yeah, been there. It's always fun when you know something and you go tell the little usher who, probably is not familiar with projection. You're like, just all I need you to do is radio and say that the aperture plate in theater 12 is off. I don't need you to understand it. I just need you to say it.
Just say it.
And the rest.
Do we have any comments before I get into that? I feel like I'm blowing through everything.
Fred said he wishes it was Touchstone Pictures.
Yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon.
No. And Madison, thanks, reposted the stream.
Thank you. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate it.
Zadrian needs more live action Disney movies. And then he said, not unless it's a remake, which is what it would probably be.
Yeah. Well, New Year's Eve is nearly upon us, as you surely know. And by the way, this photo will play a role in our Sorcerer Streak later. But you can check out a full guide of New Year's Eve activities at Walt Disney World over on an article. But I do want to mention that as they do, Magic Kingdom does the New Year's Eve like dry run, which is probably one of the best ways to celebrate, honestly. But they'll have Fantasy in the Sky at 7:30 p.m. and 11:50 p.m. Sorry, Tony. And they will be open till midnight tonight and 1 a.m. tomorrow for the festivities. So for more on that, though, you could check out our full guide to all the Walt Disney World offerings.
Well, over in Paris, they're doing their own New Year's shenanigans, and they're staying open till 1 a.m. with a special midnight fireworks show, as well as Disney Tales of Magic earlier in the evening, although that one will be adapted to make sure attractions that are scheduled to open or stay open till 1 a.m. will remain open. They won't be shutting down for the Tales of Magic show at 8:45, I think it was. But there will be a midnight countdown, as well as what they said was double DJ dance party. I love my alliteration in Discoveryland. And then a New Year's Contrive party in Frontierland. And that one showed Cowboy Goofy ready to dance the night away, I guess. Meanwhile, next door, Walt Disney Studios Paris will be closing at 10 p.m. So no actual midnight countdown festivities there.
We once went to a annual pass holder party at Disneyland Paris, and it was not on New Year's, but in like late December. And what the theme of it was, they were looking back at the different seasonal events over the years. So they brought back like the Pirates and Princess show, and they had like one, like the Frontierland area was Halloween themed, and then one part was it was pretty cool to go through that. But anyway, let's go around, LB.
Well, with it again?
What?
Did we change that intro again?
I went back to that was the OG. I'm just mixing it up. I have both in here. But speaking of changes, there's going to be some changes happening in 2026 at various Disney parks. So Maxon has compiled some of those that are coming specifically in January at the Disneyland Resort, Walt Disney World, and even at Disneyland Paris, including, as you'll recall, the end of early entry, which is coming up. The Pixar Place DCA entrance closing. Free dining comes back. That's Disneyland has all the bad news. Walt Disney World has the good news, except unless you wanted to have 6 guests at Fort Wilderness. That's really the only downside. But you could check out all of that on Laughing. Tony looks confused. What's up?
I was, because I thought I went from 10 to 6 at Fort
Yeah, okay,
Wilderness.
yeah, that's whatever. I didn't.
Anyway,
yeah, that's the change.
So
The
kind of bad
maximum
news
amount of
also is where but
and then similarly, if you're looking to take a Disney trip in any time next year, there are still some offers available. So Luke has a look at some of the current offers, and if you do plan on taking advantage of any of these, we recommend that you talk to our friends at, I thought that I could find the banner, mousefantravel.com/laughingplace. They can make sure that you get the best deals. And if other offers come up later that apply to your trip, they can automatically apply those and get you the better deal without you having to do anything or even asking. So we recommend them. And yeah. And then finally, yesterday, Benji released our list of the 9 most fascinating Disney people. Why 9, not 10? Because we have our Disney Person of the Year, which will be revealed later today, both in an article and on our podcast. So these are the 9 runners up, essentially. You can take a look at some of these: Malachi Barton, Rosalind Durant, Dan Fogelman. But for the other ones, you'll have to read this or just go to Laughing Place and check those out. And then, yeah, later today, we'll have the Disney Person of the Year, which is, in this case, it's not a big deal, but it's not always an endorsement. We're not saying this is the best person in the world. We're saying this is the most impactful person. There is a distinct difference, and I cannot
in the world of Disney.
In the world of Disney, yeah. So if you're the new CEO of the company, even if people don't like you, you get to be the Disney Person of the Year. That's how it works. We're not saying that so-and-so is it should be exalted, but whatever.
So that's something where we know there's going to be an early announced pick already for next year.
Yeah, we already know who the Disney. Well, we don't know who it is, but we know who it is.
Who it is, yes.
Exactly.
Real quick, Gio says, very easy to see those Eve Magic Kingdom fireworks last year. Traditionally, I don't go into the park, but I'll go somewhere near it, and you can see them with ease. And then Adrian, Cinderella, Walt Disney World favorite.
Nice. All right, Tony. On this day, in 1865, an author and poet was born. They penned a book which was later adapted into a Disney animated classic in the 60s.
Is it Winnie the Pooh?
It is not.
This
is the name of the author.
But it's not Winnie the Pooh's author?
It has nothing to do with A.A. Milne, no.
Then it is P.L. Travers.
It is not.
Because
I don't think Mary Poppins is an animated classic.
No, it's not. It's not, because I got there. Although there was animation in it, much to her chagrin.
So let me go. I know I convoluted this. 1865, a British author and poet was born.
My next
work
guess
that was adapted to a animated classic in the 60s.
In the 60s.
The 1960s. 100 years after they were born, this movie came out. More than 100 years.
Rudyard Kipling?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice. On this day, 1956, an actress was born. She has voice credits in Oliver and Company and Recess, but she is currently on a hit ABC show.
Cheryl Lee Ralph. You had to say
yeah.
Sister Act 2 also, and I would have been there.
I could have done that.
Yeah.
On this day in 1959, a comedic actress was born. She has voice credits in Sophia the First, Kronk's New Groove, and Onward, but she is best known for hosting a show that gave birth to one of the longest running shows on television. Not hers. A kind of a spin-off of her show in a way.
And she was in Onward?
Apparently.
Okay. What were the other credits?
They're just voice credits. I would really focus on who had a show that birthed one of the longest running shows on television.
Tracy Ullman.
Yeah. The Simpsons started on the Tracy Ullman show. On this day in 1983, the voice of Minnie Mouse was born. 1983. So that should tell you which one.
That's oh, I'm gonna mess up her name. I'm sorry. And she even like left me a sweet message too for the wedding. Caitlin Robrock?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, is it Caitlin or Kristen?
Whom I've met before she was the voice of Minnie Mouse when she was just a character attendant.
She's also, I'm gonna bring it up again. Stugo, she's the voice of Marion's adopted dolphin sister who overshadows her in every way.
Very
so
cool.
her voice is basically like just dolphin noises the whole time.
And finally, on this day in 1988, a Pixar short was released.
88. That makes me think Adventures of Andre and Wally B.
What's fun is I'm going to tell Tony the answer. He's like, well, actually, that.
No.
Like, I don't know.
Because by that definition, Andre and Wally B, I wouldn't even say it was Pixar. It was the
yeah, I knew there was going to be a
graphics
technicality. But
like Luxo Jr. seems like a jump, but I thought that was later. Red's Dream.
No.
Oh my god, I'm going to list all the early ones.
I know. I'm ready for it.
Andre and Wally B, I said. Red's Dream, I said. Luxo Jr., I said. It's Tin Toy?
Tin Toy.
Tin Toy was that early?
That's according to the. Let me look
I'm
it up.
not challenging it, but I'm because don't ask me the years on those
1988.
ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I believe it when you look at that baby, but one of the most horrifying things put to film. Sorry, everybody, but it is.
You did pretty well. I give you full credit. Now it's time to check in on Sorcerer Streak. And as I teased earlier, we had a question a couple days ago about would we publish a story with fireworks anywhere in the feature image between midnight and 5 p.m. on Monday. And indeed, our New Year's Eve roundup had fireworks in it. So if you said yes, you got credit for that. Today's question is, will the wait time for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind Epcot be 120 minutes or more at any time by 9 p.m.? Let's see where it's at right now. And by the way, this is a great time to mention that we have live wait times on our site, and you can even click the little thing to see historic times for the past couple of days. But let's go down to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic. It's already at 140 right now, so we know that is a yes. And let's take a look. It's been as long as 175 minutes today. I know this because I clicked the data and it shows me that it was that time at 11:10, 11:15, 11:20, and 11:25 before. The average wait so far today is 143.
That's just Guardians, right? All the
That's
red?
just Guardians. Yesterday's top wait time was 180. So that was first thing in the morning. It looks like it hit its longest wait, but the average wait was 125 yesterday. Again, so all cool stuff that you could find on Laughing Place. So yes, so this answer will be a yes once Doobie locks it in. But today's question on New Year's Eve, which is tomorrow, if you don't know, will any of the movies in the Disney Plus top 10 at 10 Pacific have fireworks anywhere on their poster? And this must be seen on the Disney Plus top 10 page. So
I'm trying to think how many movie posters in general have fireworks on them.
Yeah. I mean, he must be thinking of something, right? Does Die Hard count as a fire? No, I don't know. But we'll be here. Doobie is apparently planning to be here at 10 tomorrow. Not 10. We'll be doing the show at 9:30 as normal. So at 10 o'clock, we'll check the Disney Plus top 10, and I can get some insight into what he was thinking when he asked that question. As I try to brainstorm myself and see if I can think of any that might be there. I guess there are. Isn't there like a firework POV?
Oh, maybe. But is that a movie poster?
I mean, if it's in the Disney Plus top 10, then even if it's not a movie, I think we'd count a TV show if for some reason that it had a firework. I don't know if there's
cover art, if they're featured image, if they're
yeah. Anyway, let me do a quick refresh since it is 10 o'clock.
There's more of a story there too, Fred. Toy Story was almost based around Tin Toy when it was pitched as a Christmas special and then got fully advanced into a movie.
Interesting. Any other comments while I do a quick refresh to see if there's
Oh,
anything?
Fred wants to know, is there trivia tonight?
I believe so. I don't 100% know, but yes, I believe it should be a 3-show Tuesday, which means we have this show. And then at 4 o'clock today, we have Barely Necessities with Rebecca and Becca discussing the latest Disney merchandise. And then I believe trivia will be at 7:30 tonight with Doobie and Gideon. So what you want to do is subscribe, ring the bell so you know whenever we go live. And yeah, I don't see any other breaking news. So I think we're going to bid you adieu. Thank you for filling in again, Tony. We should have Doobie back tomorrow, and then we'll take New Year's Day and the day after New Year's Day off. But then we'll get back into the full swing of things next week. Well, sort of. I'll be at CES, but I'll still probably make it work. But yeah, we'll see you all real soon. Have a great and safe New Year's Eve in case we don't see you. Bye.
Bye-bye.